Well, howdy everybody. It's been a while. Actually been almost 4 months since I uploaded a video. A couple of reasons for that. One is my horse work has been crazy busy. Working on lots of horses in the spring, and so that captivates my time. And then the second reason is I've had a couple of sinus surgeries since I last uploaded a video, and it's still a work in progress. I'm a lot better, but not totally fixed yet. So we're hoping that continues to improve, but I feel good enough to put another video out. And I wanted to show you what I did. I purchased a Land Pride 606 NT no-till drill, and it is a well-built machine. Really like it. I'm going to tell you though, it was an expensive purchase. And just for those of you interested, full disclosure, I paid $24,500 for this machine. It's only got a 5.5 foot planting width. You can see that it'll plant 9 rows, and it's a good machine. I don't like the width, but you get what you pay for, and that's all I wanted to put into it. These long width 35 and 50 foot no-till drills are way expensive, and certainly would far outstrip my need here on my little place. So this was my next best option, and the reason I wanted to go with a no-till drill was to get some plant diversity, get away from just the Bermuda grasses and the Bahia grasses, and try to stimulate some mycorrhizal fungi growth at the roots, and you do that with a diversity of plants. So I'm going to plant 10 different seeds, and I have been planting 10 different seeds, and we're going to show you that little exercise as we go, so stay tuned. So this particular drill that I have has 2 seed boxes. This one in the front probably holds at least 500 pounds of seed, maybe 600. And that's for kind of regular size seeds. That's the jack of all trades seed box. And then for fine seeds, grass seeds, clover seeds, you'll put them in this smaller seed box. So the smaller seed box has its own seed cups and tubes going to in front of the press wheel. The larger seed box has the seed box that the seeds fall into is right there. You can see those seeds positioned ready to fall into the tube. And so what happens in the field is that coulter cuts a groove through the soil. It's followed by the double disc opener, and these seed tubes drop that seed through this flexible tube that comes from the seed cup right down into that double disc opener down in there. The seed drops in there, then the press wheel comes behind and firms the soil over the top of that seed, makes good soil contact. And then if you got the right planting depth, which is adjusted with these levers here, then you should have seeds. If you got the right moisture and the heat, etc., or in the fall, the cooler temperatures, you should start having some seeds come up out of the ground. So we'll show you that here in just a second. So here's the mix that I'm putting in. I'm putting in 10 seeds: black oil sunflower, brown top millet, Clemson spineless 80 okra, Exceed BMR pearl millet, impact forage collards, iron and clay cowpeas, Mankin buckwheat, mung beans, short king BMR dwarf PPS hybrid sorghum sudan, sun hemp, and vernal alfalfa. And to be very honest with you, I don't know what any of these are going to look like. Obviously, I know what a sunflower looks like. I know what alfalfa looks like. I do know what most of the millets look like. And okra, we'll see if okra grows like the okra in your garden. But we're trying to get a very diverse crop coming up. And the good news is we've had an inordinate amount of rain. Right here at my place, we've had about 9.1 inches for the month of May, which is outstanding. Just east of us, about an hour, they've had anywhere from 13 to 27 inches. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of the flooding pictures on the news. And people are in a hurt. A lot of water in houses. I mean, just lots of devastation from all the water we've had. But right here, I mean, it's been perfect for growing grass, and it's been perfect for getting all our tanks full. And so this is what I'm putting in the ground, and I just started 5 days ago. I'm going to walk out there where I've already put some seed in and show you something. I don't know what it is. I imagine it's mung beans or cowpeas, and I don't know for sure, but I'm going to show you what's growing. So this is what the mix looks like in the hopper. I've got about 100 pounds left in here. Been spreading seed this or no-tilling seed in. And you can see the sunflower seeds, a lot of different seeds. Imagine that's a mung bean right there. Not going to focus. Let me pick one out here. I'm going to guess that that's a mung bean, but I don't know. But anyway, very diverse bunch of seeds. I got these seeds from Green Cover Seed. You can get online and find them. The guy that I was dealing with gave me his cell phone number when I emailed him, and we made up a concoction. One he basically recommended. I added the alfalfa. I have no idea if alfalfa will grow here, but we'll see. And this little doodad here is just tells you what your seed level is, so you can read it from the tractor and know when you're getting close to being done. So this is what we got, and this is what we're putting in the ground. So when we first get in the tractor and start it, then we lift the drill with the hydraulics, and that'll allow us to travel to our planting spot. I've got a GPS on this tractor that's set to a 5.5 width, so I can keep track of where I've planted, and I'll show you that as we go. So once we're in the field and we're ready to plant, I'm going to lower the hydraulics, and as you pull forward, those coulters will cut into the soil. I've got this set at about 1 inch of planting depth, according to the people at Green Cover Seed, where I bought the seed, according to what they recommended. And so I've got my GPS screen here. I press start to pull forward, and off we go. So I got a little bare spot here. I'm going to plant from where we took out a tree. It's a little rough and a little noisy, but this is how this thing rolls. So you can see what I'm doing. All the stuff I've planted thus far, about 600 pounds of seed, I've just stacked it side by side by side. So I think that's a little much. I'm gonna adjust a little bit and give the normal grasses here a little bit of room. And so you can just see how this paints a line. I mean, it's an awesome thing to help you just kind of keep track of where you've been. And I'm working through a bunch of trees, so it's not perfect, but it does the job. So I just keep a piddling, drive amongst the trees, get it where I want it, and keep it going. So that's what things are looking like at this from this vantage point. Big wide area that you missed just because of the trees. A lot of trees in this pasture, but I like the aesthetics of it all. Here we are a week out, and we're definitely starting to see some things coming up. A couple different kinds of plants. I'm going to make a wild guess and say that that is mung beans, M-U-N-G. Just that, again, wild guess. Here's something else here. Don't know what that is. And I'm starting to see that pop up a little bit. So things are starting to pop. I think that's different than that, obviously. And again, I'm no plant expert, don't know. There's another one right there. And so this is a week from when I put this seed out. And it's starting to pop. That's good. tickled to death to see anything right now. And again, the goal is to get some plant diversity, get some different roots and root exudate going. The sunflowers will grow a deep taproot and punch a hole deeper in the soil and help us with water infiltration. And again, I'm hoping all the different varieties of plants that we're planting will help mycorrhizal fungi growth, and then as a consequence of that, the microbes in the soil, the other microbes, bacterial microbes, aerobes and anaerobes, hopefully will join in the effort and provide the substrates that these plants need for growth without any synthetic fertilizer. So having a good time doing this. Should have been a farmer, but I got an occupation where I can do a little bit of what I love at work and do a little bit of what I love at home. And so come on the journey with me. Let's see what happens. I'll give you updates periodically. I'm going to be gone for a week. Going to go visit a new granddaughter in Indiana, and anxious to see what will be popping after that. So this is what I've got. You know what my plan is. We'll see if I can make something happen, and something that will be beneficial for y'all to learn from. I'm learning as I go. Any insight, anything that you guys can help me with, certainly I'm all ears. And I appreciate you watching. It's been a fun exercise for me. Look at the growth on these here. That's really starting to grow. It doesn't look as big on camera as it does in real life, but things are happening, so stay tuned.